Thanks for listening to 15 Minutes with Fuzz, a hyper-local show about all the fun and positive things going on in and around Washington County, Wisconsin. I'm Fuzz Barton, hence the name of the show, and I hope you enjoy this episode, and I appreciate you joining me. So since this is the first actual full-length episode of the show, I thought it'd be appropriate to do an experience podcast, something that we've done as a family that we really enjoy. And we'll do these a time or two. For instance, we'll be going to one of the Washington County beer gardens here soon, and I'm looking forward to, one, the beer garden, and two, telling you about it. Also, I'm working with some new gear, so I thought I'd test it out with my wife, Shanna Martin, before potentially screwing up an interview with someone who has invested time in allowing me to talk with them about their organization or event. Because there's nothing, as a former radio personality, there's nothing that gives me more anxiety than recording something and then it not actually recording. So I just wanted to test this out first. So a little bit about Shanna. She's a middle school teacher, technology coach, and personalized learning coordinator for the school district of Lomira. Not affiliated with this podcast. Just give some background on who she is and what she does. She's also the host of the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast. And I'm super excited to talk with her this week about one of the coolest attractions in the area, Shalom Wildlife Zoo. Oh man, I'm so glad you joined me to talk about Wisconsin's wildest zoo.
It is pretty fabulous.
It's pretty cool if this is in our backyard.
Not literally in our backyard, but
It's pretty close. Like, it's not like do you remember the movie We Bought a Zoo?
Yes.
I think about that all the time when I think about Shalom Zoo, because they bought a zoo. I think they actually did. They made a zoo, right? Mm-hmm. So as a mom and teacher,
yes,
how cool is it to have this nearby?
I appreciate it for several different factors. Like, Shalom is very close to home. It's easy to get to, it's like 15 minutes from our house. It's a morning adventure, no matter like what the weather. We go when it's raining, when it's hot out,
When it's snowing?
Yes, but that's a different experience because you're driving. It's
right.
not the walking
right.
thing. But to me, it's like a way to burn off energy from the littles and take a walk in the woods and also see the animals. So it's a beautiful walk. Like, you get some good exercise.
Right.
But you don't feel like you're walking because you're stopping and seeing all the animals. And they have so many different animals, which is fun to see. And it's very close. It doesn't feel zoo-y, I guess. It doesn't feel... it's like a beautiful walk. But then I also like that from like teacher side of it, I do a lot of Wisconsin history stuff, mm-hmm. and they have lots of information about Native Americans and different cultural aspects. So I'm always like taking pictures, like, oh, note to self, I can add that into a lesson. So from like that side of it, I also appreciate the learning things, both the animals and the cultural pieces.
So some fun facts about Shalom Wildlife Zoo. One, Wisconsin's wildest zoo. We've established that.
So wild, yeah.
But it is in the woods. So it's mm-hmm. off Highway 144, which is just north of West Bend. Mm-hmm. And it's on Shalom Drive, Shalom mm-hmm. Drive. And 1901 Shalom Drive in West Bend. Visit shalomwildlife.com to check it out. But really just go there. But it is the number one tourist attraction in West Bend for the last 7 years.
Yeah, I think they have like fabulous TripAdvisor reviews.
They do, yep. Mm-hmm. That is according to TripAdvisor. They also are the highest ranked zoo in Wisconsin, which I think the reason is probably because whenever you have like a huge zoo, or a huge anything, you get a lot of like, I went there and I was... I had to pay for parking, or
right.
whatever.
Yeah.
So this is not a knock on the Milwaukee County Zoo, which is wonderful.
Yes, we go there too.
But
not as often because it's not close to us.
What is super cool about this is Shalom Wildlife Zoo is one of the top 10% of attractions worldwide, according to TripAdvisor.
Oh.
And it's right here in Washington County.
Yeah.
Which is super cool that we have this resource that's nearby. So
I feel like it's grown over the years too. So
yes, they're constantly improving.
We've been going to Shalom for quite some time, and even in the last 5 years or so, it's gone from like visitors here and there. You just kind of see people and you kind of feed the animals to now they have expanded their parking lot and they have their whole like grizzly grill. Like you can have lunch there. They have like a little, the little grill that you can go eat.
Yeah. Even the little gift shop when you go in there.
Yeah.
Like they've got that set up for like if you're a parent, you're spending money there.
But what's kind of cool is they've always done like little kind of prizes along the way. So you get your map, which is always great too because they're really colorful and the littles always want to carry the map. And I'm like, oh, map reading skills, great. So they have their stops along the way, and they used to have like little toys kind of along the way. And for little kids, that was a fantastic motivator. Like, oh, hey, another half mile up this walk. Like, you'll keep going because you're going to get a prize. But now they have these like chips or these tokens, and you collect 4 tokens. And in that gift shop now, you get to pick ice cream.
Oh, nice.
So there's not the toys, which is kind of good just because I always lost them or they ended up in the car on the way home.
Yeah.
But with the tokens, they get to trade them in, and then they've got like different ice cream flavors, and everyone gets a little cup of ice cream.
Wonderful.
At the end of your walk, which it's fun. It's like a neat cool little.
It's a cool little gem here in Washington County. Yeah, exactly. And so just a little bit more background on Shalom Wildlife Zoo. In case you haven't been there or if you haven't been there in a while, they have more than 75 species of animals, and they have more than 750 different animals there at the zoo.
And there's baby tigers now.
And there are baby tigers.
And there's baby, some sort of fox, white fox, red fox.
I'm partial to the bears. They've got a brown bear or a set of brown bears, and they have a set of black bears.
Yes. The brown bears are Lewis and Clark.
Nice.
They have names. The black bears are like junior size.
Okay.
They were babies last year.
All right.
I don't remember their names.
Oh, well, we can name them later.
I feel like we like name them every time we go. They get new names, and they have names.
Flufferbutt and Suki.
No.
Okay.
I don't remember their names.
So if you have not been here yet, it is a 4-mile long zoo. It's 4 miles of gravel trail, we'll say.
Yes, and that's if you walk all of them. Like you can make an outer loop and not cut the inner loops.
Yeah.
You can kind of tweak it as you need to. But it is a solid walk. Like if you're going to take kids and stuff, bring your water bottle and a snack.
Right. Bring your stroller that's good for gravel.
Yep.
Not your umbrella stroller.
Unless you got really good tires on it.
Like we've got a Jeep umbrella stroller, but now we've got a 6-year-old, so that doesn't matter.
No, she walks it.
But I would say
they have golf carts too.
Yes, you can rent a golf cart. I'm forgetting the price. I could probably look it up on the internet here as we go. But they do have they're $30 for 2 hours. Mm-hmm. They'll carry 4 people. So if you have some accessibility needs, you can rent a golf cart. If you don't want to walk, you can rent a golf cart. If you just want to drive a golf cart, you can rent a golf cart.
Yep.
So when do you like to go? What is a good time of day to go for you?
I feel like if I give this tip away, then everyone's going to go when I go. So I've always
you have way too much confidence in the reach of this show so far.
I've always gone in the morning because as I am a teacher, usually if I'm off in the summer, or to have time at some point, we go in the mornings.
Yep.
I find that Monday morning by like 9:30 is the best time to go. Now that
it's packed.
Everybody seems to love Shalom, I have noticed that by 11 o'clock, both parking lots are full.
Yeah.
So
if you go if you go right away in the morning,
you're better off.
And you come.
But that also means that if you're gonna get your little ice cream cup, that you're gonna be eating that at like 10:30.
Yes. So remember that. Okay. Knowing your children's.
But not that it's not like overly crowded by 11 o'clock. Just there's more, like the parking lot's full or pretty close to full. Especially if it's a beautiful day outside.
Yeah. And, speaking of like timing and all that stuff, they do allow carry-ins. So if you need to feed the children while you're walking down the path, because it can be pretty long.
They have picnic spots along the path. So as you're walking, you get kind of past this little like butterfly garden kind of thing and over a bridge, and it's over by the camels. There's picnic tables and a little playground. It's kind of like a halfway point, and you can have a picnic there, and they have it set up that way where you can kind of stop and have a snack or.
Yeah. And it's super cool. So, I mean, go make you can make a whole day out of it. You can make most of a day, I'd say, out of it.
Yeah. And there's the additional playground too. That's over by like the horses and the farm animals and stuff. So they have like a full playground over there too. So there's ways to kind of walk, enjoy the animals and hang out. And it's growing. There's more and more animals, I feel like, each year.
Yeah. And I think they're getting more
baby tigers,
exotic. I mean, they brought the wolves in a few years ago, and they've got bobcats and the baby tigers, which are super
And it's cool because each animal kind of has a story. And if you follow them on Facebook, they'll give you some of the backstory, like the updates. The baby tigers that are sugar and spice, they kind of give their
really good at naming.
Oh, they're so cute.
I really feel like, so we've been watching, I'm sorry, but we've been watching on Discovery Plus, the zoo. I feel like they need their own show. I would watch that every night.
It's fun. Well, if you watch their Facebook page, they video, especially the baby tigers right now, and they give their story. So you can kind of follow the animals before you make your trip to go and see which animals are being featured that week. Or like, there's the baby, they're fox. I think they're white fox. I don't know what color they are, but they like the mom just had them, and we had like all these pups, and so this week they posted they're out of the den now. You can see them, so they do give updates, which is kind of cool. So you know which animals are kind of out and about, and maybe which ones are, doing something else.
Yeah, napping.
Yeah, and there's a baby buffalo.
Nice.
Yeah, that's there this season as well.
Fun. They're open 7 days a week, by the way, so you can go any day. But they're open from 9 to 5, but you have to get there by 3:30 because they close right away at 5.
Yeah.
And so they'll scoot you out if you're. I don't even think they'll let you in after 3:30.
No, I don't think so. And also too, if you go in the morning, like when I suggested, they've fed most of the animals breakfast, so they're eating breakfast.
Oh,
when you
fun!
Go early in the morning, so that's kind of cool because you can see them munching on their breakfast.
Yeah, and a eating animal is a happy animal, as we know, with a little puppy. So they have shorter. So those hours 9 to 5 are right now. In November and in the early spring, they're open from 10 to 4. But check before you go. And then in the winter months, you can also drive your car. So,
yes.
In fact, I think you're only allowed to. Yeah.
Like the month of like November and December. I think
Thanksgiving through New Year's Eve is drive-through only in your car. And they've got a super cool light display called Christmas in the Zoo that we go to every year. And it's really cool.
It is so fun. And I feel like that also grows each year. There's been more lights added and more, like you can see the animals, and that's very cool.
Yeah, it is definitely a gem here in our area. Again, it's in West Bend. It's at 1901 Shalom Drive. Right off Highway 144. Their website is shalomwildlife.com, and we really encourage you to go out and go see the little baby.
Go see the baby tigers.
Super cool. Well, Shanna, thank you for coming on.
Happy to be.
My first actual episode of 15 Minutes with Fuzz, and I'm sure I'll talk to you again soon.
We have so many things to talk about
on here, but also just because we are married, and
that too.
That's part of the gig. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks again for listening. Hey, we want to hear about all the cool things happening in and around the Washington County area. It's okay if it's in a neighboring county, as long as we can get to it pretty quickly. If you have an idea, shoot me an email, 15 spelled out 15withfuzz@gmail.com. That's 15withfuzz@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next time on 15 Minutes with Fuzz.